Thank you very much. This is my 8th gathering, and I usually talk about some new puzzle or recreational math stuff in a humorous, nerdy way, which frequently even nerds like us don't find funny. But today I'm going to talk to you about the healing power of recreational math on a more serious note. To fully understand this, I unfortunately have to briefly return to the events that recently happened in my country. On October 7th, the Hamas terrorist organization launched the most horrific attack on my country. My family and myself spent the day in our shelter while rockets pounded upon our town of Rehovot. One of them fell 1 block away from our apartment. 50 minutes away, human tragedies took place. Coincidentally, on October 8th, my daughter got married. What was originally supposed to have been a full-blown wedding with 400 guests in a wedding hall became a small 50-guest wedding, very special, in a sheltered synagogue near our home. The mixed emotions of grief and joy flooded us in a surrealistic way no words can describe. About 330,000 Israelis were forced to leave their homes. Israel's sturdy citizens quickly mobilized to help them. Everyone had an inner urge to help as much as they could. At the Davidson Institute of Science Education, the educational arm of the Weizmann Institute where I work, we decided to send out teams to the hotels where the survivors were sent and just see if there was anything we can do. It was here that I discovered something I already had a hunch about, the healing power of recreational math. We took all the puzzles we could and set off for the David Hotel near the Dead Sea, where the authorities sent the survivors of Be'eri, one of the kibbutz communities that had it the worst. We spread out the puzzles on tables in the lobby and waited. Slowly and surely they came. Teenagers, young kids, and even the relief workers who came for a break after cleaning up the remains from the grounds of the Ray massacre. This little girl was so entranced by this puzzle that she spent over half an hour trying to solve it until she got it. I do not even know who she is. I only know that just days before this photo was taken, she witnessed the most horrifying things one cannot even imagine. She was there with her grandmother. I do not know if her parents survived or not. They were nowhere to be seen. But her grandmother came up to me before we left and asked me where my therapy clinic is. She said that this girl had had quite a few therapy sessions and activities since she arrived at the hotel, but this puzzle therapy was the first thing that managed to really get to her. Unfortunately, I had to break the news to her that I'm not a therapist, but encouraged, we went to other places where there were refugees and played math with them, solving puzzles, doing math magic, and flexing flexagons. 2 of the newest flexagons that I made using the truncating flexagon method we developed are the hat and the heart flexagon that differ only by an They are my gift exchange to you. We observed that all these recreational math activities gave the children a sense of safety, encouragement, and belief in themselves. They also boosted their creative thinking and really helped their attention span and concentration, which after the trauma was very, very short. Earlier this week, the day I came, I learned of clinical evidence that stimulating the prefrontal cortex is a good way to treat severe trauma. This is exactly where the puzzle solving takes place. We also learned about puzzles, which puzzles to bring, what order they should be introduced, and how to conduct the sessions so that they lure the kids in without causing too much frustration. I said before that I had a hunch that recreational math might help kids deal with the post-October 7th trauma. There was a reason behind this. A few years ago, I initiated a seminar course at the Western Galilee College in the town of Akko in the north of Israel. The course was called Recreational Math as a Tool for Empowerment. During the year-long course, I taught some recreational math to students at the Faculty of Education. They then went out and, using qualitative research methodology, studied cases where recreational math might make a change. Results so far have been promising. This is Elias, teaching his fellow students math using origami. Elias is severely visually impaired. We found that not only did the use of origami boost his understanding of geometry, It also boosted his self-esteem and his social acceptance among his peers. He was taught by Manal, my student, who also conducted this research. Manal and Dalias are both Muslims from an Arab village near Akko. I would never have thought to mention this fact before October 7th, but I feel it is imperative to show, contrary to the first images in my slideshow, that peace and coexistence not only exist in Israel, but can flourish in an environment where the natural curiosity of human beings is nurtured, among other things, through recreational math activities. A few weeks ago, Kim Scott gave a great talk where he addressed the issue of why Martin Gardner's vision for recreational math to be adopted into the math curriculum has not been successful and what we might do about this. I hope this talk has persuaded you that recreational math can be used not only in education, but also in therapy. Following Martin Gardner and Kim Scott's cue, we can and must build a movement to show the world the incredible power of recreational math for society. Thank you.